So, hello, welcome back, my dear students. This is another chapter, another unit in the culture and its relationship with the religion. The culture and the relationship between the culture and religion. So, in this unit, let me share the screen. Then, in this unit, we're going to handle the issue of the religion because we said one of the parts of the culture is religion. So, how do we define religion? Difficult due to many types and inherent facts of these religions. Okay, so religion, aspiration towards the infinite, like it's an aspiration towards the infinite. Some people say about beliefs and rituals concerned with supernatural being, power, and forces must be accepted on faith. This is another identification for the religion. Third one is by Rees, he said, people who gather together regularly for worship, collective, and shared nature of religion. And the ones show identification, there is only one religion, though there are hundreds visions of it, versions of it. Yes, as the talk is about is only one God, so whatever the ways are different by Islam, Christian, Jewish, all these are ways for handling only the one religion which is there for the whole humanity or for the whole mankind. It's all opinions and theories, and everyone is having the freedom to say what you want. But what we all agree together is that the religion is a part of the culture. It is a part of the culture. How do people define their religiousness? How do people define their religiousness? How they define it? Believes in their God, but don't subscribe to a specific doctrine, organized group, believe in God, and subscribe to a very specific religious doctrine and practices. We have two kinds of people, very believers and who does not believe. Uh, how about the religious diversity in our world nowadays? The people from different countries, how the majority are Muslims, Christians. Let's see. What does infinite means to us? Is it God or impersonal ultimate reality? Uh, and the Buddhism as example, no supreme being. There are karma also for the people of the East based on religious action as cause and effect means the cause and effect means the karma that the power of revenge or the power of that what you did you one day it will come your turn, like this is the meaning of it. Good karma and bad karma. Interesting how this part of the philosophy has permeated Western religious society as an expression to guide our behavior towards others and decision making about our own lives. So don't hurt someone because you will be hurt. Don't do something wrong for someone so that you won't be hurt. You won't be. This is the way it is. For Buddhism, all these forms of religion, could they be onto something? Question: did man create God as a way of justifying and saving his behavior? Actually, there are a lot of ideas in this that the people are like they are oriented to have to look for as kind of imagination for a big power, and they imagine this power how it is, and they worship this power, this like over bionic power, and they can imagine it in many pictures and many images, and they will give try to imagine how God looks like, and it's different from for the ideas and the minds or the thinking of the Muslims, the beliefs of the Muslims rather than the Christians, rather than the Jewish. Everyone is having his own beliefs regarding this point. However, but you can say in general that a person is inside him a feeling like he want to worship, he want to feel there is a power over him. I mean, more than his abilities. This power is controlling the whole world, controlling the whole systems of the world, controlling the people, controlling the passion of the people, making the people merciful with each other, making them have passion. And through this, they start to worship this God, uh, thank, thanking Him, appreciating Him for giving them the life and keeping them life. Anyhow, we have types of religious like pantheistic, theistic, spiritism, polytheistics, and monotheistics. Those are the types of religious in the world. Uh, in Western society, there are three religions. They are very famous: Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. So the Islam and the Judaism and the Christianity are the three religions in the world. But the Christianity is a monotheistic religion. It started 2000 years ago in Israel. Major beliefs is that Jesus of Nazareth, or we call it in Arabic Nasriya, Nazareth, is the Christ of the Son of the God. Pluralistic religions that has spread throughout the world now has approximately 2.2 billion members worldwide. So those are the members of the Christian in the world. The book or the major work is the Bible, and the worship is in the church, and the major holiday Christmas and Easter, and the major branches Roman Catholic, Anglican, Orthodox, and some places also you'll find the Coptics, like in Egypt, in Middle East. What about the Judaism? Monotheistic religious or religion started 3,700 years ago, and also in Israel. The major believes there has yet to be a second coming. There are God's chosen people and can have a personal relationship with God. An ethnic religion with approximately 12 million members worldwide, mostly in Israel. So in Christian, 2.2 billion, but here we have 12 million. Uh, the main work or the book or the holy book for them is the Torah, and the worship is synagogue. Major holidays: Rosh Hashanah, New Year; Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. Major branches: Orthodox, Reform, Conservatives. So they have three main branches: Orthodox and Reform and Conservatives. We are talking about the Judaism, 12 million person all over the world. Okay, let's go about the Islam or the Islam. It's a monotheistic religion, started roughly 1400 years ago in Saudi Arabia, Major beliefs: Muhammad is the last prophet. Poly, proselytic, sorry, proselytic attempts to appeal to all people, regardless of location or culture, religion, that has spread throughout the world. Number of people approximately 1.5 billion members. So it comes after the Christian because Christians 2.2 billion. This is 1.5 billion. The Quran is the main work, and the mosque is a place of worship. Holidays: Ramadan, a month of fasting, and major branches are Sunni and Shiite. So, what religion by population, when you come downgrade them like this, Christianity come first, Islam second, atheistic come third, Hinduism come fourth, Chinese traditional religions fifth, Buddhist come fifth, then primal indigenous comes later on in the list. So, by the word monotheistic, 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 it means all believe in one God. They are all created in the Middle East. Like you see here, the three religions, the three religions are created in the Middle East. Same starting point, Old Testaments, Moses, etc. Jerusalem is a sacred city of all. So for all the religions, actually, Jerusalem is the holy city for all of them, for the Muslims even. Though the Islam started in Saudi Arabia, but for the Muslims, it's very holy city. For the Christians and for the Jewish, the same thing. So for the monotheistics, Jerusalem is of a great importance as a whole city, as a holy city. Religious, the soul. What is the soul? What the purpose? What do most religious believe happens to it when they die? So for the Muslims, as example, when a person die, his souls will be preserved uh, for the day of the judge, the day of the judgment, the great day of the judgment. So when there, the person he did a good work in his life, he will go to heaven, and the person who did bad in his life, he will be punished and go to hell. So this is about the religious of the Islam. Judgment in afterlife. That's true. Jude Christians, Muslims, etc. What do some other Christians religions believe in terms of the souls and the hereafter? What is the concept of salvation? Salvation is for the Christian. Are there different interpretation of salvation? If there is even between the Christians who has different meaning for salvation. Religious as power tool. We have a lot of social controls. Religious as a power tool, wars and politics. Uh, can religious or religion influence politics? Can this happen? Do you think it's right politicians to use religion as a way of gaining votes? They do this always when the election in the election time. They use the religions to come close to the people's hearts because they know that people respect the religions. So they come from this gate. Most of the politicians. Okay. So there should be a separation between not only the church, all the monotheistic religions, and the temples like the mosque and church and whatever. There shouldn't be, there should be a separate line between the politics and the religion. Why? Because there is effect, like the politicians use the come from the point of the religion in the election times. What is the fundamentalism? Christian fundamentalists developing their own interpretation of what God is and wanted for us. These fundamentalists have managed to become pinnacles of modern politics, driving political agendas and ultimately imposing their directions on the society. Potent force for social unions and division. There's always on the along the history there are tries endeavors to separate between the religion from one side and the political life from another. Always they try to separate them. But in a real life, do you think that they can be separated? Can we separate the worship spots from the political issues? Can we make a separation, a real separation? So if you know why, tell me why or how. If you don't know why, then it's okay. Also, religious stress on the marriage life, legal issue or a religious issue. Are you trying like in some religions they marry as a part of the religion? So it's the religion is saying that when you get married and get a family, that's a bonus. This is a bonus. Okay. So it's not only politics and religion, it's also the issue of getting married and religion as well. So we the people here, as example, you watch this video, we the people stand together for marriage equity and religious freedom. What about the culture and the religion? What about the culture and the religion? The unstable, unpredictable dilemma. Mhm. A culture is always changing and evolving. Culture has inherent issues, problems, because it deals with humans. It's true. Their decisions, their action, their desires. Okay. How does this affect the religion of us for a society of a society? There is oppose or contradiction between the religion and the culture. This is a question. Are they are moving along with each other in a parallel ways, or they contradict as cultural group comes more into themselves and progress its consciousness, then there need to be a balancing element. So like exactly in the politics, uh, we should make a separation between both of them if it is possible. But religion can be balancing elements in relation with the culture because it provides common guidelines to behavior as culture, because culture also is providing common guidelines for behavior. So I don't think in this point they will contradict. Provides a theosophical framework, theosophical framework, theosophical framework in which we live and make decisions, help prevent total social breakdown or collapse. Mice rituals help connect us with something outside ourselves, God, that offers us a path. So if the mindless example is collecting the people and make them unify them, how about God's instructions? And it's widely acceptable by groups of people, 2.2 billion or 1.8 billion. So religious also and religion can help for making a balance, and it can work all together with the culture in one way to help mankind to be good for people. Uh, Here, I want you to check if religion influence culture or if culture can influence religion. Just want to check it. You can go to this video and see about this point. What about the cults? What is there about the cults? They find followers of an exclusive system of religious beliefs and practices. This is the cults. Fed and interest followed with exaggerated zeal. He always follows the latest fads. It was all the rage that season. Followers of an orthodox, extremists, or false religion or sect who often live outside of conventional society under the direction of a charismatic leader. Like the groups which was in the United States one day, like Jim, um, there was some groups, and the leader, like if he told them suicide to kill themselves, they kill themselves. Scientology promotes the idea that humans need to think rationally, control this disturbing emotion to achieve spiritual enlightenment and salvation. So it needs that the people think objectively. So any religious in its own components can be beneficial and can harm the people as well. Uh, you can watch here videos about the you have the link. What about the rituals? Are stylized representatives and stereotyped, convey information, translate enduring messages, values, and sentiments into observable action. So Nietzsche felt that the modern humanity killed of God, felt God was created as an instrument of social oppression, a cultural tool to keep people focused so as not to let them discover the freedom of the world. And and also he felt we used it to justify the word God and to offer ourselves an escape to another world after life, heaven or hell. So he thinks that it's like when you are very compressed, you feel like you want to rescue yourself in something. So you comfort yourself by the word there is God, there is heaven, there is hell. He reviewed religious God as a way to maintain social order and obedience. Like I told you before, humans are oriented on obeying whatever over bionic, overpowered than them. As long as God is there, they imagine God that with a superior characteristics. So he can give the help, he can give the merciful, he can give this, he can give that, this he can afford all this, and nothing will be afforded except only by God. Killing God was a way to experience life in true freedom or the individuals. I want you to watch this video. It's about the Buddhist boy meditates for 10 months without food or water. Thank you so much for listening to me. We talk about the religious and its relationship, religions and its relationship with the culture. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.